Now then,
Alright.
we're the grass bugs.
Now then,
Alright.
we're the grass bugs.
Welcome back to the Wild Patch podcast.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what episode it is.
I'm not sure either. Can't have the phone to check. But
It's episode this. Whatever number you've clicked
Yeah.
on.
yeah, so it's been a while since we've actually done one, I guess.
It has.
And it's a bit more of an update about what's going on.
Life in general. As you may have noticed, we are not in a room that you've ever seen before.
No, this is a very different room. This is in my new house.
Yeah, and that being said, we have moved from our previous address.
Yeah, we're no longer housemates.
Exactly. Obviously, there's
Still
no
mates.
there's no
There's
animosity. No
There's no house.
animosity.
Still mates.
Yeah.
House. Gone. Mates.
But the overall thing that happened was basically I've been with my girlfriend for coming up very close 2 years now.
Yeah.
So she found a house as well. Made sense for us to start living together. Obviously, me and you had been living together for a while at that point.
Yeah, we really had. So it just made sense to move on.
Yeah, it was the
Essentially,
next step.
it's another step in life. Yeah, as you say.
And obviously, James is 30. I am. If at the time of actual recording, my 30th birthday is tomorrow. So
Yeah.
it really is the next step in our lives.
Yeah, exactly. So I've went and found a place which is where we're probably going to do a lot of the recording going forward.
Yeah.
Like for anything that's indoors in a house that requires it, this will probably be the place.
Yeah, this basically has become our new
Yeah.
hub, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. Who knows? We might end up decorating this wall specifically because you know we might use this for the podcast a few more times.
Yeah, well, obviously, without telling people where you've lived, do you want to describe the new gaff?
Oh well, I mean, it's a
The
lot more
potential.
spacious.
Very much, isn't it?
It's a lot more spacious, which means that we can do our jiu-jitsu, our like fighting, like our boxing and stuff like that. So
General sparring.
yeah, exactly. We can do a lot of training.
Room for
Uh,
activities.
Yeah, exactly. There's room for activities, and also speaking of room for activities, there's a converted loft as well in this place, which you might see come into play at some point.
Possibly.
Like we've thought of a couple of ideas already.
Yeah, there's an idea that's been sat on the back burner for a while, which we've talked about, which could
Yeah, exactly. Like
be
it's
used for.
more of a scripted thing. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah. But obviously, James has got his new place. As I previously stated, I'm now living in my house with my girlfriend
Yeah.
and our brand new Rottweiler collie puppy Royston. And obviously, things are very different now.
He's so adorable, this
He
puppy.
really is.
So adorable. You will probably see him in a future video.
But picture.
Never mind a future video. It's right now.
Trust me, he's still growing. So next time you see him, he'll be a lot
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, he probably will be. But other than moving house, like
There's been a lot of other things
things, yeah.
happening. So our old house was not just a house for us, it was obviously a filming studio for podcasts, other videos that you've obviously seen on the channel. But another thing that a lot of people don't realise that we were using it for was band practice.
yeah,
Not grass bugs, as you've met Aaron from Picks and Sticks from our last podcast.
Yeah.
I believe that was the last one. Either which way, from a previous
was,
podcast. We were a 3-piece band. We can actually unveil.
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 We're not baby cowing.
Yeah. Unbaby cow. That's a
Un-baby
visual.
cowing.
But yeah, we can tell people the name. We're going to be called, well, we are called Seasons Pass.
Yeah.
We're going to be having socials very soon. But
Yeah.
that is the next step for us, which,
Yeah.
because we were using that place as a band practice room, obviously we can't really do it here with your neighbours.
No, we don't want to disturb either of our neighbours.
My house is definitely not built
wanna,
for it either.
Yeah, and we don't want to disturb Aaron's neighbours. Plus, Aaron has his family living with him, so we can't disturb him and his family. Plain and simple. So we're looking around for other like practice rooms essentially.
We did try and go to a place, which I'm not going to drop names, but the place was falling apart.
Yeah,
We could hire a drum kit that didn't work. The
Yeah.
PA system was electrocuting me.
yeah, it was pretty bad. But at the same point, like I don't fault the guy too much for it because at the end of the day, it wasn't his main business.
No, it
so
wasn't. But
You
either
can't
which
complain.
way, I know a very kind lady who I will name Charlotte. If I know you're not watching it, but you're a legend. She has a function room, which she has allowed us to use pretty much free of charge. We basically have to buy a round of drinks for the boys in the band.
Yep, exactly.
And if any musicians out there are watching that, that is a ridiculously good deal to have
Yeah.
a function room with a good PA system. We can bring our own gear, play as loud as we want for as long
Yeah.
as we want, have it weekly.
Yeah. Plus, with it being a function room, like it's actually it's really
built
good
for
for
it.
functions. Like
Yeah.
we could genuinely, in the space that we were practicing in, I was genuinely imagining just looking out, going, "There's tables there. Imagine people there. Let's imagine how I'm going to perform when if I'm actually on stage. Like, I'm looking at the guys and then I'm looking out. Hey,
I love that. I've now got new long guitar leads so I can walk around and play
Yeah.
around with the space. It's really good. So again, shout out Charlotte from the Pov Arena in Normanby. If you're ever in the area and want a function room, go check it out.
yeah,
Like she will thank me for that if people are watching this.
yeah,
But that being said, with the new band, it is not just three guys messing about, which it was in the beginning, definitely for a bit of fun. But now we have
Well, it was messing about, but with a
with
purpose.
with intent.
Like we had a purpose at that point. Like we knew we wanted to make stuff. We knew that we didn't want to be a cover band because we tried doing a couple of covers and
It's not that we're bad, but it just wasn't us.
yeah, it just didn't feel right.
Mhm.
And then we started like in between the covers, start like just playing some stuff, saying, "Oh, I've got this. Oh, I've got that."
Just jamming.
And we ended up with like 12, 13 songs, something like
Yeah.
that. And now we've managed to cut them down to like
Six, which we're not going to give away names of songs, but the 6 songs are, in our opinion, getting to the point where they are polished, and there will be an EP from
Yeah.
those 6 songs,
Yeah.
which we will give a proper update on that when it comes, because we don't want to set anything in stone for you guys, but expect it around the end of the year, hopefully,
Yeah.
and look out for that.
Yeah.
Anytime there's socials or anything from the band, I'm sure
Yeah.
we'll let you guys know in some video.
Well, I mean, on the point of socials, once we actually do have our socials up and running for the band, I think we're probably going to end up putting out like a short,
Mhm.
or
Or
maybe
a
just
few.
like just a few shorts, maybe just to kind of promote the band to try and get you guys to go over there and
Hopefully,
just
check.
have a listen, just see if it's your style. Because let's be, we're going to be fully honest. This first EP
It's heavy.
is heavy, but that's not what the rest of the EPs are going to be like.
Yeah, there's definitely stuff that we've wrote which is pretty and clean and very sing-songy, and
Yeah,
but you might know people who like heavy music, and if you do, maybe show them it.
yeah,
But
exactly.
Either which way, onto music stuff and back to not seasons past, but the Grass Bugs.
Yeah, Sean has gotten a new present because of his birthday coming up tomorrow.
Yeah,
He made a promise with his parents.
yeah. So I've been
Or rather, his
asking.
parents made a promise to him.
I've been asking for a 12-string guitar since I was 12-year-old, and it got to the point where I never really could afford one as a kid. And it's not that it would have been wasted on me, but I wouldn't have appreciated it because
Let's
as a kid I could
Yeah.
play.
what kid is going to have a 12 string
Yeah,
unless your
exactly.
parents go, "I've got money to spare"?
Yeah, but with it being my 30th birthday, they've been promising me, we'll buy you one on your 30th, we'll buy you one on your 30th, and I'm not gonna lie. They bought it on Christmas and told me about it, and they have not let me have this thing.
They let him tune it. They let him tune it.
I got to tune it and put it back in the box.
They tortured him basically.
But I now have access to a very, very pretty 12-string guitar, which, quick photo. But that matches James's acoustic bass beautifully.
Yeah.
really, really nice.
Looks-wise.
Which-
Looks-wise.
You've seen that on previous video, but if you haven't, photo of James's best. Looks wise, really good. So we want to write a song, including the acoustic bass, with 12 string, for the Grass Bugs. Who knows? We don't know what this song is going to be yet. Obviously, you'll
Yeah.
hopefully see it in a future video. Hopefully by the end of the year, but it might feature Aaron as a drummer, but it will be the Grass Bugs featuring the Seasons Past drummer. It will not be a Seasons Past song. We don't want it to be anything
Yeah.
related to that.
Exactly. We just want it to be something that, you know what? We as the Grass Bugs, we've wanted to make this song. We've wanted to make songs for a while. We've said this multiple times.
And obviously our
Yeah.
intro is original music, but
Yeah.
we're not stupid. We know that that is a very jokey,
Yeah.
it's meant to be a
It's
daft
an
song.
intro song.
Exactly.
So we want to make something a bit more serious.
Something that actually shows, we're not just goofballs. We can write serious music, and
It might be serious music about being goofballs,
but it'll be serious
but it'll be
music.
serious. Like,
Yeah.
it'll be an actual song. You could listen to it each day and go,
Yeah, that's
they're a
what.
couple of goofballs, but they made a good song.
Yeah, that is
Like,
exactly the vibe I want
That's,
to go
that's
for.
what I hope happens. Is these guys are goofy, but you know what? They did good.
I
Like,
genuinely,
hopefully.
I don't think I could have described the vibe that I was hoping for this
Yeah.
song better than how James has just put it there, to be honest with you.
And that's why I'm going to be writing some lyrics.
I have said I want James to take the lead on the bass line, but that will obviously be a future
Yeah.
video. Speaking about future videos, James actually started this video, this podcast, by saying it's going to be more of an update.
Yeah,
And
it is a bit more of an update.
it's not good news, it's not bad news, but the videos are going to be getting reduced.
Yeah, time is not on our side a lot of the time.
Which hopefully, if you.
Which- It's shit, but at the same time, it means that we can plan out things a lot better. We can make sure that we've got time off. We're going to be changing it, just to clarify, changing it to every 2 months.
Yeah.
So that means that 6 videos a year, going to do, and that's starting from like this upload.
Yeah.
So
It'll
we
still
won't
be
have
on
an
the
upload next month.
25th. It'll still be on the 25th, sorry, but as James was about to say there, it won't be next month.
Yeah,
The month after, the 25th, there will be a video out.
Yeah.
What that video will be, we don't know, but that's been half the problem, hasn't it? And
yeah,
while we've been living together as well, and we do see each other more or less daily, we've still been struggling to come up with a video
yeah, exactly.
monthly.
Exactly. It has been a bit more difficult in order to... Because we really want to just feel organic, so whenever we come up with an idea, we want to make sure, like, is this something we actually want to do?
Rather than, oh, we
Rather
need to
than-
do
yeah.
something for a video.
Exactly. So this way, we know that we can plan out trips, because we've already thought of a couple of ideas already for it being summer months. We can also plan out the scripted stuff a bit more.
Exactly.
We can go into it, like, because we were going month by month for the videos, which meant that the scripted stuff kind of
Always
kept
got
getting
pushed
pushed
back.
back because we didn't have time to spend together to actually sit down and make the script. Whereas now, we can probably just go, right, you know what? I've got this day free this week of this month. Like, you know what? Yeah,
We can
we
book.
can sit down, we can crank something out, like, script-wise, and then pick another day
Mm-hmm.
later in the month, go and film it, and then we've got the whole of the next month to edit. So
Yeah.
it all works out a lot better for
It
us.
really does. And don't get me wrong, me and James aren't actually living too far away from each other, thankfully.
No.
Like, literally within 10-15 minute
Yeah,
walking
exactly.
distance.
It's really not that far.
Like, I
is
borrowed
lucky.
my girlfriend's car and I was here in literally 3 minutes from
Yeah.
setting off, so it's not far at all, which that is a really good thing. So even though we're not living together, we can still get together,
Yeah, exactly.
book time off. We both do work full-time jobs, which obviously you need to book time off to be able to
Yeah.
do these kind of things. I obviously have commitments in terms of I have a daughter, I've obviously got a girlfriend and a dog at home. You've obviously got your other commitments. Obviously,
Yeah.
we've both got a band to go to as well. So
Exactly. Like, we've both got a lot going on, so it just makes sense that since a lot of stuff is up in the air right now, it best to move to a little less filming, but allowing us more time to film.
which I think this is why this video's been the way it has been. We're not going to lie, because this past month, as you've probably guessed, we have been moving houses, so
Yeah.
that involves a lot of work. So
Like, that camera right there is on top of one of the boxes I used to move. I've still got quite a few of them boxes, so
it's been a hectic month. We haven't
has
been
been.
able to just go, oh, let's plan a trip out somewhere. It just,
Yeah.
we can't do that. So that's been the reason that we're doing this update.
Yeah.
Which, again, just to clarify, you won't get a video next month, but the video the month after
Yeah.
is because we've managed to actually sit and spend time thinking of something
Yeah.
and editing it properly and filming it properly, whatever that may be. That might be a song, that might be a day out with
Yeah.
a guest.
I know we are wanting to actually, while the weather is, hot, and it's going to be all of July that we can spend trying to find somewhere to film and going to film. July is usually a pretty bloody good month for
Yeah.
heat, and pretty good for going out to places. So we could probably actually bulk record, and that way, if we do want to release more videos, we
Oh.
still have that option.
That
It's
is
just that
definitely
we
an
want to
option.
guarantee every 2 months.
Yeah.
It's the same as before, like we said, we could have always possibly released one in the middle of the month.
Mhm.
But now we know that if we go out to somewhere like the lakes or whatever,
Yeah, we can get a lot of stuff done over
Yeah.
there.
exactly, or it'd be one big video,
Oh.
thanks to it being the full month, like the 1 day of activities, but we've had the full month to edit,
It's
so we can make it like a full hour-long video.
and we do have videos which wouldn't even be an hour long. They'd probably be 3, 4, 5 hours long videos, which we could do in multi parts. And if we do have that kind of footage and video ready for you guys, absolutely,
Yeah.
we will get it out, and you'll get updates of when those videos will be out.
Yeah.
But if not, just expect a video on the 25th every other month, the second month of the year, the 4th, 6th, 8th, 10th,
Yeah.
and obviously the 12th. And there will be your 6 videos. And that being said, that has been the Wild Patch Podcast episode, whatever it was.
Like, thanks for being with us, guys. Thanks for returning. Thanks for any new visitors to
Yeah.
the Wild Patch.
And we hope you have enjoyed. And if you have, please remember to hit this like button.
And if you want to see more from us, make sure to hit the subscribe button.
And if you want to be notified when these videos come out, which you really, really do, make sure to ring that bell. And as always, guys,
Much love.
peace.
When the grass box, I messed it up. You did. When the grass box. Oh well, we did it.
And just for a sync point. Just in case there's a few more. Plenty of sync points.
Yeah, exactly.
And if not, we've just created the postcard scene.
That's true.
Bye.
Yeah. See you guys. 2 months, remember? 2
Hey.
months.
That is now definitely the postcard.